Well, the YouTube, True Crime Table site, everything else. Someone requested that I put my real name in here. Numbnuts. Archie here. Or as I like to say, Archie. Archie. Yes, as in Archie Bunker. I went to go search this because it's been bugging my mind about a high school that was mentioned, or supposedly a town also exists. There is a high school with the Midlothian, if I'm saying that right, Midlothian name in it. Of course, this is the Midlothian murder of a woman in a church. But someone mentioned there was a school that BG went to guy. Wait a minute. BG went to guy. Yeah. Went to. Especially there was another high school supposedly in Delphi. So with that being said, I decided to check this out, mapping, and the only thing that came up with the Midlothian town, as you can see, I put on Google Maps, Indiana. Nothing came up but in Chicago, Michigan area. There was no Midlothian town in Indiana. But yet someone commented on that in one of my videos. So I'm just confused right now. Then I'm thinking maybe they meant Midlothian High School. So I went, punched that in. Midlothian High School, Indiana. Midlothian Middle School. And you got the Manchester High School. And this, people, is, I think this, why ain't it showing? Oh, is that what it is? High School, 40 Color Park away. And I believe this came out to be in, I didn't scroll back like this. I scrolled in. So, this is in Virginia. So I'm thinking, what the But, like I said, someone claimed that there was a town in Indiana with that name, and he went to that high school. Well, the case may be. What it may be, who knows? But all in all, there is no Midlothian high school nor town in Indiana. That murder of that woman about that time is, very bizarre. Of course, you can, literally, I just noticed this and I want to mention this, but I was at a flea market. And it was the Rayham, Mass flea market. And out there in Rayham, Mass, I noticed this guy literally selling badges. Police badges. Now, whether or not they're collectible items, which some people do intend to do, but to see all them sitting on a table, my 11-year-old son was with me. He's over there looking, oh, look at these, oh yeah, I can be a cop. I'm like, oh, you can't. And I had to sit there and explain to him that you got to go through law school before you can become a police officer. You just pick up a bag, put it on your badge, and put it on your shirt. But yet, there you have right there, clear as day, someone selling friggin' badges. And use a perfect movie reference. Rush Hour, Jackie Chan, Chris Tucker. That's when he gives him his wallet. You flip over the wallet, show him the badge, flip back, flip it open, flip back. And of course, there's some people out there, sadly, that when that badge is flipped open, flip back, you don't see no picture or no uniform. You're thinking it's an undercover cop. And that leads to your demise. But it is sick to see people selling that kind of stuff. I would think that would have been illegal by now. Not able to sell it on the table. But, whatever. And yes, you can go out and buy friggin' fake cop costumes, mind you, too. Online. Halloween stores are becoming extinct, but still. The thought of I've seen in a bunch of cop uniforms. Yeah, and sorry to say, once again, I'm not trying to bust people's balls, but people with not too much brightness, I don't have to finish that sentence. So, school, high school, town, someone mentions it, don't exist. So what does this mean? I had to pause a moment, but so where does this lead to? I mean, someone comes up saying there's a town out in Indiana, Midlothian, but nothing. Someone claims that BG went to that high school in Midlothian, in Delphi. Did he do the Midlothian murder? Someone also commented on one of my videos about something that, not yet, but something will come out of this. And it's like one of them, comments that seems that somebody thinks they know something a little bit more than the law or someone else. I'm just letting things stand as it stands. I'm not going to go jumping the gun and say, this guy knows something and you know something and why is this here? And you know what? I'm just I'm just doing these videos to, someone's going to comment stuff like this. I got to go over it. And whether or not Bridge Guy went to was in, where the Midlothian town is and committed that murder, if that was Bridge Guy. I mean, comes back to Delphi. Yeah, that would mark him as a serial killer. But I know a lot, when I get this video up, a lot of people are going to be saying, yeah, he knows who he is, they know who he is, and they're not they're not arresting him. Sucks to say. Like I say, could it be right, a public figure that has a lot of popularity is right? But I also get them comments from John Smith, I believe his name is, I know last name Smith, that, what was I going to say? That, right, I believe he says that there's not enough evidence. You have that touch DNA stuff, he says. Yeah, there's just that. Say so, not enough evidence. There's not enough DNA. Probably they have DNA, but Who knows? Maybe it's just damaged DNA. Because, right. Who knows? You know what? If that DNA was found, or something was found, was it a volunteer who picked that up? Or found evidence? Maybe, there is a theory that Bridge Guy could have been in on the volunteer search. And right, go in there, play Mr. Dummy. Oh, I found something. Hey, over here. Don't touch that. Oh, shit, I'm sorry. And right, how genius would that be? Because if he did be the killer, he says, I'm going to go do the search, put his hands on something that already has his DNA, and he maybe kind of screwed up and said, oh shit, I dropped something. Or the girls made him drop something. Oops, sorry officer, I touched it. It'd be a big dummy looking move, but pure genius. And then that's right. Well, if your hands are all over it, oh, we can't use this DNA. And if there was no witnesses that day, and that is literally no witnesses that day, because the officer said it. No one witnessed Bridge Guy, the four-eyed guy, right? I forget his name, whatever. To me, this sloppy case. I think it'll be about time someone gets up new, fresh. Hopefully they don't take over in the same pattern as the first detectives and just say, oh, we're having problems just like the other guys. But say so there was no witnesses that saw Bridge Guy that day. That would make a perfect opportunity to make that little sleazy little snake. That's right, become the search. Admire of what he done. Sit there and stare at it as they're, getting the crime scene crew in there to, do a thorough investigation, and he's over there with his mesmerized eyes. Oh man, yeah, I did that. Now I searched and found him. I'm gonna be a hero, and I'm gonna be a zero. I killed him, you piece of crap. If anything, that's another thought, theory, idea of mine. Probably already been said, but hell, I'll bring it up again. If anybody is, I know in my comments I get on my videos, someone did mention that he could have been in the search, but who knows? No one mentioned that I know of so far, mentioned anything about the guy could have touched it and screwed it up. And that's why they say they have DNA, but say so if the killer's that smart, touched it, put it back down, be the first one on scene, and then they pick it up, put it in their little baggie. And then he goes, oh, I'm sorry, I touched that. Oh, shoot, oh man, I thought it was something else. That's right, play the dumb guy. Play the big bozo. That's what I think. Ridiculous. But that's the only thing I can think of why they're not using that DNA. Unless it's right, something that someone else has said, it's not enough DNA on it. So if that is the case, there's two thoughts and theories is right. Why this investigation is friggin' just sitting on a desk, rotting away now. Over the 4-year mark. People saying he went to school there and went here and... Alright, if these people know anything and someone did mention something in a comment, if you know this stuff, why ain't you brought it to the police? Still, why haven't they brought it to the police? If they know something, why haven't they said nothing? But that's a strong thought theory idea right there, boys and girls. Was Bridge Guy in the search and right tampered with evidence? Either for one, right, he didn't think he left nothing behind, or two, he knew he did, and he got out of there in a hurry because maybe someone he did hear was walking and right out through the cemetery. And then there was that lady that claims they were driving down the road near the cemetery and a man was hitchhiking or walking very fast. That had come up in whatever that woman was for an interview or something. But who knows? Who knows? And that's right. He got out of Dodge because he got into the search, and if he happened to hear someone on the trails coming, got spooked, dropped something, looked for it as much as he could, didn't. And what better way to retrieve something but putting yourself back in that situation, in that area? What better way? In a search. Gotta think like a killer, people, to catch the killer. Now the question is did anybody in the search at that time notice anybody unfamiliar? But then again, everybody says it's someone they know. So if it's somebody they know, why ain't they been going through each search member? And I guarantee if that was the case, that if there was a person who touched some evidence there, right, touched it, say so the phone. One of the girls had the phone on him still. And dummy picks it up. Oh, I got the phone over here. Oh, don't touch that. Oh, shoot. Oh, man, I'm sorry, though. Just like the Benet Ramsey case. Oh, the mother didn't do it. The father didn't do it. The brother didn't do it. Why did they let everybody come in and tamper with evidence? Yeah, bullshit. And that woman right there, mother of John Benet Ramsey, karma struck that bitch hard. And I'm glad she died. Because I strongly believe, yes, because of her little daughter becoming a beauty queen, let alone a model or a little heartthrob what's her name there? Come on. Say so, Judy Garland. And that other little girl. Why can't I think of her name? She's from the 30s. Oh man, I got it on the tip of my tongue. But she too was a little redhead, adorable little girl. Singing away, and dancing. I would have to look her up to see if anything happened to her. I know Judy Garland, man, that poor girl had some bad, wicked times, boy. Especially with the cast of Wizard of Oz. A lot of stuff been coming out on that. It's like, what the what? I'm trying to think of her damn name. Oh, come on. But yeah, there's a lot of little adorable little girls that come out, and a lot of them wind up dead. And I can't remember her damn name. What the hell is her name? Oh, damn it. But she reminds me of John Benet Ramsey. Shirley Temple. Shirley Temple. And I guarantee that John Benet Ramsey could have been the next Shirley Temple. And her mother didn't like that. Her mother was a friggin' solid, down-to-earth piece of crap, jealous soul. Like I said, I wrote a short story on that because of my wife having that type of same mother. And I tell her, every day, your mother's jealous of you. My mother, and my mother. And my wife's, she has, that, look down on herself because of the name calling when she was a kid. Put down all the time type thing, right? But, and there's another thing that has came up. A lot of harsh people out there too. But remember, this is what someone I read on a comment. Not me saying this. Want to make that clear. I read this somewhere else. I forget where it was. Damn it. It might have been on some of my comments, I think, but somebody had written about one of the girls. I don't know which one it is. And sometimes when this stuff like comes up, I do not like going over it, but it's there and it needs to be, something to talk about, because why? If this did happen, it would kind of make sense of why they, got killed. And of course, anybody knows any better on on the website or on websites, on the internet, one of the most greatest creations of all time, but also one of the worst creation of the internet. Because you got the perverts now cyber chasing and raping kids. Disgusting. I'd like to tear their faces off. But, supposedly one of the girls of the Delphi Murders was, texting an older boy, or an older man, whatever it is, and they believe that is what maybe got him killed. So, with that being said, someone said that. And, of course, you get, professional perverts out there that like to take these websites and use them to their advantage. And there was someone in Leominster actually that caught a chief of police of Stowe, Massachusetts. STOW. Go figure. Dirty little pervert. Chief of police. Emailing kids on the internet. Sex. Not only that, for sex, he had child porn on his computer. Or is that the worst thing that disgusts me? Them are the things that run through my mind and want to rip someone's friggin' face off. Sick. Demented. And man, I do not like that. But, if say so, that's what these poor girls did. That's right, folks. Something to think about. It's something to think about. And it was said by a comment, not me. And girls around this age, get interested in boys, but if that ain't the case, it isn't. But you gotta always look at everything and everything, not just one thing. So, I don't know, this case is just so insane. Case is just, 4 years in the making. And if someone does know something about all this, why ain't it getting looked at, or these towns, or these schools, or going back into records? But, hey, then again, we got my man Sean out there, still waiting for him to get back to me on if he wants to do an interview and go over stuff like this. he did give out a stretch of towns that his father, that he claims is the Delphi murderer. I mean, I would have to look into these towns to see how close they are, or even if they're near this place of murder, the Midlothian. Something to look into. But, gotta expand your mind with this case. You always gotta think of other thoughts, theories, ideas. He is one of them, and I'm just waiting for on his call to, if he ever wants to do an interview with me, man, we'll get out to the, get out the real nitty gritty and talk about, we could talk about timelines. But that's his decision. If he don't, he don't. He mentioned it. I was thinking about it, and then I said, "Yep, you want to do that? I'm good." Threw out my information. Haven't got nothing yet. So if you're willing to do an interview sometime, man, let me know. We'll get that going. And this ain't gonna be like anybody else. I'm sure you've had some tough interviews with tough people, but you know what, man? I'm down to earth. You're gonna get legit. You get to say what you want to say. I will probably ask you some things. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? But hey, most important, yeah, if you gave your DNA like you said, that's what you said. What's the holdup? Is what I like to know. We'll check that out. See if he gets back to me. Other than that, I'm just going all over this in some comments. And, whatever that person was doing at that time, boy, yeah, they did plan it out good. They weren't just on, obviously a hunt. I mean, not a hunt. They were just not on a, I'm going to see what this feels like type thing. No, they were on a hunt. Because that's what serial killers do. And even if this was this person's first time, yeah, I think they did it to become, feeling like they're the big prime, big cheese type deal. Oh, I did it and I got away with it. You hear? Stupidity, though. It's all stupidity. Just dumbness. But, anyways, just some things that I've been thinking about. Comments been trying to get to go over. Like I said to Sean out there, if you're ready, man, let me know when you're ready to do that. But until that next video, be safe, take care, always beware. Because we don't know, he could be still out there. If it is the way Sean says, he could still be out there. Out.